Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Talk back into the video today. And today, the San Antonio Spurs have traded for Jordan McLaughlin. And there wasn't really anybody else important that the San Antonio Spurs traded for. I can't really think of anybody. No, I'm just kidding. Obviously, the Spurs got Darren Fox in the deal. Of course, we all know that. The Kings get Levine and crazy amount of draft picks to when you're giving up an all. This is crazy. I think when you give up an all-star who only has 1 year left on his deal and has no interest of re-signing with the team and has told the team flat out, I have no plan of being with this team in the long run, and I'm leaving next year when I'm a free agent, and you trade that all-star, and you get a player who's had just as good of a season this year as he has in Fox. Levine has had just as good of a season this year as Fox has, if not better. And I'm not saying Levine is a better player or near Fox, but Levine this season I think has been better than Fox. And if not, he's been close to Fox. Shooting 45% from three this season is Levine, averaging around the same amount of point total as Fox has. So, while Fox is shooting 32% from three. Now, look, Fox has a different impact on the game. He's a fast player, and his tempo is amazing, and he's great defensively, and I think that's a big thing when it comes to Fox. That's where a good chunk of his value comes from as well. So, both guys bring different value to the game. I think they're two unique players, if you ask me, when it comes to Fox and Levine. But you get rid of an all-star and add an all-star, and what do the Kings get? They get 3 first-round picks and 3 second-round picks with those guys. With that guy and Zach LaVine, and they get another solid young player in City who was a second-round pick from France last year. And hasn't really got a chance to play in the league, but could be a solid player. So to me, I like this trade for Sacramento. I like it for San Antonio as well because I think Fox is going to be a part of the long run. To me, I think this trade ends up being a huge success for both teams because the Spurs, they got their future point guard at Fox, and you're going to see Darren Fox with Wembanyama, and that's going to be the duo in San Antonio for the near future. And so that's great. But look what the Kings got. The Kings got an all-star that's going to be with them for the next 2.5 seasons. And with that, they got 6 draft picks. I think both teams had major W's in this trade. Now, with Darren Fox is Jordan McLaughlin. And I wanted to talk about him in this deal. Jordan McLaughlin is headed to San Antonio with his teammate, Darren Fox. And McLaughlin will get a chance to potentially play in San Antonio. Look, if you ask me, there's definitely a potential chance because Trey Jones goes to Chicago in this trade. He's been getting backup point guard minutes for the last couple of years in San Antonio. So I think there is an opportunity for McLaughlin to get some minutes in San Antonio now that Jones is going to Chicago. McLaughlin this year has not played much. It hasn't played that well, but 2 points per game, 1 assist per game, and only 6 minutes per game, shooting 36% from the floor and 39% from three. But I want to go over what he did last season, which I think is really key. Last year in Minnesota, 56 games, 11 minutes per game, shot 48% from floor, shot 47% from three on 2 attempts per game, averaged 4 points per game and 2 assists per game with 1 steal per game. Now, I wouldn't say he's a better player than Trey Jones. I think Trey Jones is a little bit better defensively and is a really good facilitator. But Trey Jones has been a terrible 3-point shooter this year. And if you're going to swap those two guys as backup point guard, this team becomes a way better shooting team. San Antonio has had some struggles from shooting this season. And if you're going to look at backup point guard swap, you swap a 30% 3-point shooter for a 47% 3-point shooter. I'm not going to say that Jones is better than McLaughlin. I'm not going to say that McLaughlin is better than Jones because he is not. But if you look at just the 3-point shooting category, McLaughlin, to me, is much better and improves this team when it comes to 3-point shooting. And I think this is an underrated addition for the Spurs. Obviously, we know what Fox is going to bring. That's going to be huge for San Antonio, obviously, right? But McLaughlin could be really nice off the bench for the Spurs team because of his 3-point shooting and could definitely bring the Spurs some very nice shooting off the bench. And I'm excited to see what both him and Darren Fox can do for the Spurs. Let me know your thoughts on the trade in the comment section, and peace out.